I am the student of Lexington Life Academy, Sholo. Our teacher, Miss Lawner, whom I have great admiration for, invited a Holocaust survivor, Dirk Van Leenen, into our class, which I am very excited for, to come and explain his experiences during the Holocaust.
The war went on for 5 years, and the lack of food and the lack of everything went on for 5 years. The Nazis had turned off electricity, you couldn't cook electric, there was no gas. So you had to have fuel, coal and wood for your stove. And within a year, there was not a tree in the city left over because the people cut the trees down and divided it among themselves. And within no time, there were no more trees. And then they started burning the fences between the houses and the sheds. And when there was nothing left, they started burning their furniture and their books in order to survive their life.
Very inspirational because it shows the might of the human spirit.
And my mother started crying, and I took her hand, and I was 4 years old, and I said, "Mom, I have a surprise for you. I have potatoes in the backyard." I had grown potatoes myself as a little boy.
The first part's about how his ingenuity with a low food amounts and a low shelter. The way he made things work, how he worked with pigeon eggs, learned how to grow potatoes, everything just inspired me. It really proves that no matter what you have, you can still build something out of it.
You're going on the train tonight. And that evening, 200 people. Now, can you imagine 200 people? How many are there here in the room? 40? So 5 times as many people here in the room were pushed into that cattle car. I remember standing between people so tight that I'm standing like this and I couldn't even move my hands. And the train was destined to a concentration camp in Germany. And we were standing there, and it took 4 days and 4 nights. And those 4 days and 4 nights were worse than anything I experienced in the wartime. Because people did not have any water, no food, no movement, there was no bathroom, there was no way of going anywhere. You could not eat anything because you had no hands, they were down there. It was so horrible that finally, when we arrived after 4 days and 4 nights, when they opened the door, everybody fell. You couldn't hold up your body anymore, your legs were limp. 30 people out of the 200 in that cattle car died on the way.
And to hear about the bodies just falling down from the train just like that, and knowing how bad the conditions were, how you can not even lift up your hands. Just a simple human action was no longer possible was horrifying.
It was a mountain of shoes. And the people sitting on that mountain were peeling off the leather soles, soaking it in water to eat. That was all there was, all the food there was.
I've always had an interest in history, primarily because those who don't understand it and learn it are doomed to repeat it. And quite frankly, that terrifies me. So I like to keep myself informed.
It really helps to learn these topics and other things to show that these things really did happen, to really go in depth into this. While at Lexington here, we had the possibility of bringing someone in with that experience to really learn what really happened.